Hello Aquarius, Elsie here to do a reading for you. Just here to throw some cards. Let's find out what's going on for you, my Aquas. How are you? I hope you're well. Thanks for clicking here. I appreciate you so much. All the ways that you love on the channel really does support the growth of this tribe. So we need more Aquas. Look, everybody needs an Aqua. Everybody needs one. They're going to teach you all sorts of things. May hurt your feelings, but they'll teach you everything you need to know. All right, let's find out what's going on here. I've got one oracle deck exactly. I'm going to pull one card from here. We're going to do a 9-card draw, and we're going to find out what's going on for you, Aquarius. And let's talk at the end of this video about how to find a private read if you're interested, or how to find the extended. Let's find out what's going on for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Aquarius. We've got staying focused. I feel like you are on the right path, friend. Feels like staying focused and hold the course. Look, it just came up. Transformation. A fresh new way of living emerges. It feels like something is coming that is going to shift your view or change your mind about how you see something. It feels like a change of perception, not a change of path, but it feels like a change about how you actually see things. There's a transformation coming here. It says transformation, a fresh new way of living emerges. So somebody could be moving, or the perception change, or the change of mind, or the way you see something, the way you didn't see it before, you see it from a different direction, is, I feel, why you're going to stay the course. This also tells me that somebody could be coming into a tower. The whole reason for this reading today is to talk about what's happening in the new cycle after the new moon in Aries, right? And there is a lot of energy going on in Aries right now. So a lot of changes taking place. And I think that Aries, overall is telling us it's time to take action on the inside, on the outside. Do the things you said you were going to do. Put your money where your mouth is, that kind of thing. And it's time to hit the reset button. And transformation is here. That definitely is the reset button, right? When things change, everything becomes brand new. Let's find out what's going on in the 9-card draw for you, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Aquarius. We've got the 6 of Swords. I feel like you finally have left some sort of mental chaos you were in. That could be overthinking something. It could be you couldn't make a decision about something. You're a professional overthinker, being an air sign, right? Highly intelligent people overthink a lot. And we do have the 9 of Wands in the reverse, though, and that makes sense being up against the 6 of Swords, because the 6 of Swords, this is somebody who's decided to leave the chaos and head for the calm, head for the calmer waters. So the 9 of Wands being in the reverse is telling me that you just don't want to be in this mental burnout anymore. I feel like you're leaving the mental burnout place here, and I think that you have been battling your thoughts, and it feels like you've been battling your thoughts. We'll find out what you've been battling, but I feel like it's because either something, like, the thing is this, is that, yes, Aquarius, you can have a bit of a sterile or surgical delivery, but I feel like when you're hurting somebody, but it doesn't stop you from being who you are, because look, we all need the truth tellers, right? And I will fight that battle to the damn dead. But the 5 of Swords tells me that you are battling the self. Right? This is the 8 of Swords, right? You're in the prisoner of the mind, looping, but I feel like it's because you're fighting your own thoughts. It feels like you said something or did something that pulled you out of the 9 of Wands. You no longer feel like it allowed you to have a mental release. But I think that mental release meant that somebody else possibly may not have been happy with whatever came out your mouth, right? Whatever, when you remove that filter, yeah, something came out and somebody may not have been happy. Shocker. We've got the 2 of Wands. Look, we're not living in a world that favors truth. That's the truth of it. 2 of Wands tells me, it feels like, I'm going to say this, somebody here, oh yeah, it feels like, and I'm not going to laugh about this at all, it feels like somebody here had to make a getaway. Like, if you're that person, I'm sorry that happened. It feels like somebody here, this tells me a plan to move forward, a plan to leave. There's some sort of chaos you were living in. This is stay focused and hold the course. So if you have not escaped or left yet from whatever situation has been hard for you, make a plan. I feel like you will be able to move and get out of that chaos. You'll be able to go to the calmer place. I feel like you are stuck in the head, like thinking about too much all at once. That's what it feels like. It feels like a prison of the mind. Yeah. It feels like something here is coming to an end, but I don't like the way this makes me feel. It makes me feel like someone is not being treated very well. And I need to plan my way out. It feels like somebody is backing out of the room, backing out past the door and closing the door quietly. The World card is here. And when the World card is here, it's because you've accomplished something, or you've hit some sort of a milestone by closing a door that it took you forever to close. It's at the center of the read, and that's the heart of the matter. And I feel like somebody here is closing an old chapter. So it could be, and it feels like a chapter that left you in mental chaos. So maybe you were friends with somebody who didn't treat you well. Maybe someone who nitpicked you. Maybe someone who was really hard on your mental health. This could be a friend. This could be a member of a family. It could be somebody you lived with, a roommate, somebody that you were connected to romantically. We've got the 5 of Cups. Look, I don't think you're happy about this coming to an end. I think that you have a bit of regrets. I don't know if it's regrets that you got involved in the first place, or if it's regrets that I just need to leave all of this behind. But it does feel like you've been stuck in your mind with a plan, because this 2 of Wands is, I've made the plan, I just haven't put the plan in motion. And that's what this new moon is about. This new moon in Aries is about hitting the reset button and taking action. It's time now to take action on the thing that you've been threatening to take action on. But I feel like you've been sitting here at the 2 of Wands here, being stuck at the crossroads, not knowing if I want to go this way or that way. Feels like you have to pick a direction and go. You can go. The way is open for you to go if you want to. Tell me more about Aquarius. This could also be about a group of people, right? Maybe you just don't feel like you don't fit in there anymore in this group of people. We've got the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, you need to make this plan real. The Page of Pentacles to me is you actually have to make it real in the 3D. And that means that you have to action your plan. You can have the plan, but the plan doesn't help if you don't put action behind it. And so I feel like although the Page of Pentacles isn't really an action-oriented, it's about making it so, like materializing the things. And that really, to me, does mean action. We've got the 3 of Pentacles. And we've got the Magician energy. I'm going to put 2 cards down so we can talk about what is under the surface that you don't see. We've got the Hanged Man. Somebody here is in a pause. Holding back, trying to find the courage to do it. It really does feel like somebody here is trying to find the courage to leave a situation that is not good for you. Now, I don't know what that means. It'll mean something different to all of you. But it feels like whatever you're planning, however you're planning to leave, you could be planning to find another job so you can leave the job, right? We've got Pentacles here. You could be planning your way of an abusive relationship. You could be, because it does feel like there is somebody who's sort of trapped in their mind and no longer wants to be in this place of mental burnout anymore. It feels like somebody keeps challenging you mentally, or telling you not to be authentic. It's like somebody's trying to put their thumb in your head and saying, don't say that, don't do that. Like somebody is like behind you, micromanaging you. I feel like this is a place where you're just like, no more. No more. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to find a different group of friends because I'm not dealing with this anymore. Or I'm going to, the 3 of Pentacles is a partnership. Maybe I just need a different partnership. It could be a business partner we're talking about as well. I feel like you realize at some point that you are the master of your destiny, right? So you can move if you want to. You can go if you want to. But I also feel like the plan needs to come to fruition in the 3D before you can do that. Feels like it's time to find a new job. You might be ending your association with your partnership at work. Like maybe you're leaving your job, or maybe you're deciding, I don't need this business partner anymore. I'm just going to buy them out and go. The Magician tells me that or you will come to this realization that you are creating your own reality here. You're the person who is creating your own reality, and you can use any of the aces. You've got all the aces up your sleeve, and you can turn things around, right? All the butterflies. You can transform everything. Transformation is here. And I think you will. I think that's what is going on in the future here. I think that you will. I think that you are here thinking about it, right? You're in a pause trying to get perspective about what needs to be sacrificed. What am I sacrificing? So you're going to think about it this way, that way, right? All the way around. You're going to look at it from all points of view. And I feel like during this time, you're trying to find the courage to face whatever it is that looks like it could tear you to pieces. Like it feels a little bit terrifying is what it feels like. You feel, and I've never met an Aquarius who was scared, but I feel like somebody who's got a placement in Aquarius, because remember, this isn't just a reading for Aquarius Sun, it's for Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter as well. It feels like somebody here is scared to face something. It could be face being alone. It could be. We do have the Seven of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. It feels like you've been waiting to use whatever you have for tools and resources to get you out of a situation that you're in, and you've been planning to leave the situation. We've got the King of Wands. So isn't that interesting, right? Aries, Sagittarius, Leo energy. This is beckoning you. It's the last wand, right? The Nine of Wands is in the reverse. The Ten of Wands comes up and says, stop harboring all of this weight. Stop dragging it around mentally. You have to stop dragging it around, and it's time to go. Take action. And the King of Wands has wisdom. It's time for me to take action. Somebody here is fighting the devil energy. I feel attached, codependent. I feel like if I leave, something will go wrong. It feels like doubt or fear that I can do it on my own, that I can take action on my own. It also could be that you feel very connected to the person or the place. So Six of Cups is nostalgia. Maybe you've been at your job for 15 years and you just didn't want to have to change your job after 15 years. Maybe you're growing a pension there. It feels like it could be somebody that you've known since you were a child. It means it could be a member of the family, or it could be a friend, a best friend, or it could be somebody that you feel that you're connected to in romance as a soulmate. Tell me what this plan is. Tell me about the Two of Wands. And why are you stuck here? It feels like you're hesitating to put your plan in motion. King of Swords shows up, man. Yeah. The King of Swords is always going to do what's right. That's your energy, Aquarius, right? Whether you are feminine, masculine, man, or woman, that's your energy. You're always going to do the thing that's necessary and truthful. When all the data points to a truth, you're going to go with the truth, regardless of how you feel. We've got the Nine of Swords in the reverse. It's going to take away all the worry. I feel like you're going to stop worrying when the truth comes to visit, looks you in the face and says, you know who you are. You know you can do it on your own. I feel like you stop worrying when you finally have the plan. The thing is are you going to go out in a blaze of glory? Yeah. In my mind's eye, I see the Joker running away from a building that's blowing up in the background. Like it feels like you might have to blow the top off the place. Shoot your way out, right? I'm not saying literally. I'm not condoning that. I'm not saying literally, but I feel like this is going to be a hard sell, is what I'm saying, because of the Five of Swords is an argument. It's a verbal fight. You might have to verbally back away. You might have to pull out all the swords. And the King of Swords can do it. The King of Swords knows how to do it. I know, I've got the words, I've got the data, I brought the receipts, I know exactly what I'm doing. But I feel like you need to do it to just calm the nervous system, because the Nine of Swords is here in the reverse, and I think ultimately that's what you want to do. You want to calm the nervous system. So I think you're willing to walk through whatever the Five of Swords is. It feels like it is like we no longer think the same. It feels like it's a fundamental difference. Well, you said you didn't want kids, and now 5 years down the line, now you're telling me you want kids. Like it feels like something came to a halt because we no longer agree on the place that we were going to go to together. And that could be in the workplace. That could also be in a relationship, right? We've got Four of Pentacles here. Shut off and shut down. I'm no longer compromising. I'm not putting any more effort or time into this. I don't feel like it will do me any good if I do. Look, I feel like you keep under the surface. Like the Eight of Swords tells me that part of the thing that you're looping in your mind, you feel imprisoned here because the Five of Cups is here. I know I'm going to regret it. I know I'm going to feel sad. I'm going to feel terrible that it happened, but it doesn't mean it shouldn't happen. It just means you're human. It's going to make you feel bad, and you're human. You're going to feel it like everybody else. We've got the Page of Swords, of course we do, and we have the Judgment card with the Knight of Wands. So this is the preparation. That's what this is. Yeah. Because for those of you who don't have an Aquarius in your life, go find one. Shame on you. you will realize pretty quickly that Aquarius is always got eyes on the whole place. And nothing goes unnoticed. There's not a damn thing that Aquarius isn't going to notice in the room with you, how you look, what side of the mouth you raise when you smirk. Like, they're going to notice all of it. And I think that you keep going over all of the details and all the things you witnessed, all the things that you observed. And I feel like you come to this decision that it's time to do a 180. I feel like you've come to this place before, because the Judgment card is saying that it's never going to leave you alone until you finally see it, because whatever's meant for you will never pass you by. And so it kept coming back and saying, are you ready to make this decision yet? And you're like, no, I'm not ready. And then it kept coming back, right? Now this is coming back again. And I think this time you're brave enough to do it. It feels like you're brave enough to be able to make the decision, answer the call, do the 180, and then go. But I feel like you have to, in your mind, go over all of the observations first and decide what you're going to do. Look, it's going to bring you to a place of temperance. Temperance to me is the moment of alchemy. It's like I'm in the conversation and maybe you allow somebody to badger you, try and get you to see things their way. And I don't think you are interested in seeing things their way because you have enough data to support your way. It feels like it's a fundamental difference. And when you no longer care, that's temperance energy. When you no longer care about the fight, you just walk away. That's what temperance energy is. It's I'm finally in balance. I am finally just going to walk out of here and feel fine about it. I honestly feel you're going to feel a little sad about it, honestly. Tell you about the Three of Pentacles. We've got the Queen of Swords, we've got the Six of Pentacles, and we have the Two of Cups. So I do feel like this is probably a very deepened relationship, so bonded, right? We've shared some intimate things with each other. You know all about my family and all about my traumas, and I know about yours, and it feels like this is a pretty deepened relationship, and it also feels like it extends into a group of people because the Six of Pentacles is here. So it feels like this love extends into a group of people. So if you're dating, you've met all their family, you've met all their friends. If you're married, right? Or it could be that we've spoken truths to each other that I feel like maybe the whole group knows, like the whole family might know, or the whole group, friend group might know. I feel like you used to be able to cooperate and collaborate with this group of people, but I feel it's almost like they part like the Red Sea. And all of a sudden they're starting to take, I just saw the Red Sea part. I feel like that you can no longer hold yourself to this workplace or to this relationship or situation because it's so hard to leave. I feel like you're just like, you know what, the moment of alchemy is here. I don't really care anymore. I can't do this. I need to heal myself. So it does feel like this Queen of Swords being here and the King of Swords being here, this is why the Five of Swords is here, because you are going to have to sword fight your way out of there. I feel like you have somebody who is mirroring your energy and knows how to push every single button that you own. And so I feel like that's what it's going to be. It's going to be a hard sell. It's also going to be an argument or a fight that blows up that is going to end everything. And in a moment of alchemy, you're going to stand up and say, you know what? I have nothing left to say. I'm just going to be on my way. And you're going to also be in this energy of, whew, I just needed to let go of that anxiety. And it feels like it's a good thing to do. It brings you clarity of mind. Look at that. Like, I can't even. Taking the leap of faith, even though you don't even know where you're going, is both exhilarating and terrifying. But you come to a clarity here. The Four of Swords is, fours are always about stability, clarity of the mind. You come to this healed place in the mind that, you know what, I'm just going to work on myself. I can't do this anymore. I need change. I need change. I have to change my job. I got to change how I'm giving up my energy, time, my effort, or my money. It's time to make change, and I think you are. We're going to go to the extended. We're going to talk about the rest of this. This. We're going to talk about, because this is what it's all about, the end. And we're going to talk about this world card, and this, I feel, is something that's wrapping up because the new cycle now is going to see you as the Fool. It's going to be jumping into something new. Look into the pinned comment above all of the comments. Click on read more and you will see two links. One is for the membership area, which is where all of these extendeds go. Come on over to the membership area. Take a look at the extendeds if you're interested in how this resolves possibly, or what what information might come to you in terms of advice. If you're interested in a private read, please know that my private reads begin at $25 and they go up from there. You can click on the link to Hypsee and go take a look at all of that, all my packages and pricing. And if you're interested in speaking to me live, I do private reads that are pre-recorded, but if you want to talk to me live, you can do that as well. Take a look at my schedule, and if you want a pre-book, you can do that. And you'll have to, in fact, if you want to speak to me live. So we can do it over the phone, we can do it through chat, or we can do it via video. We just need to make those plans ahead of time. Let's find out what's going on in the extended. If you want to be there, that's where I will be, but I will be back because I'm always back. You guys take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.